Many conscious women business owners think that growth comes from doing more. So that means creating more content, testing more strategies, or consuming more information. But what if the real reason that your business isn't producing the income and the impact that you really want? Or maybe you're feeling overwhelmed or burnout. Maybe you're even thinking about giving up. But what if that isn't because you need to do more or give more, but it's because you've never given yourself the kind of space that you need to hear what's actually true for you? Before we dive in, if you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to see more of my videos. Now, let's explore what could be getting in the way of you creating the type of business that you really want. Stay with me, and I'll also share a practice with you so that you can leverage this strategy and create more from the heart and soul of who you are. So let's talk about silence and why silence might be the most productive, soul nurturing business strategy that you've never embraced. So, silence is not a break. It's not avoiding. It's not checking out. And it is not always meditation in the traditional sense. Silence, when used intentionally, is a high level business tool because it's the space where distortion drops and what's actually true for you can finally come into focus. In my work, I see this all the time. Incredibly capable, thoughtful, conscious women building meaningful businesses, but doing it inside a field of constant input and that old achiever model. And without realizing it, they start creating from noise instead of their soul truth, which of course is not sustainable. Most people don't realize this, but after years of constant input, social media scrolling, information gathering, AI messaging rabbit holes, external opinions, and trying to find the right strategies, your nervous system doesn't know how to settle back into its own natural rhythm. Instead, it's on hyper alert, scanning for the next thing that it has to manage. So even when you try to listen to your higher guidance, there can be a lot of interference and noise that is not aligned with what you truly want. But periods of conscious silence remove the interference. It allows your system to recalibrate, not to who you've been trying to be, but to what's actually aligned for you right now. And from that place, your decisions can become clear. Your direction can come into focus. Your business can start to feel like it's coming from you again. But here's the part that most coaches and mentors don't talk about. The moment that you step into real silence, when you're not scrolling, when you're not consuming something or not distracting yourself, something uncomfortable usually arises. It often comes from an unrecognized fear of becoming irrelevant or forgotten. It can sound like, if I'm not more visible, my business won't grow. If I'm not producing more content, I'll fall behind. If I stop, I'll lose the momentum I already have. But none of that is true with a capital T. That discomfort or fear is a signal. It's not telling you that there's something wrong with giving yourself space or silence. It's showing you where you've been attempting to build from pressure, from outside influences instead of alignment. Because when your business is truly aligned, it doesn't require constant output or effort to sustain itself. It becomes a natural expression of who you are, not something that you have to keep proving. Here's the truth. Giving yourself space and silence doesn't make you or your business irrelevant. It reveals whether what you're doing is actually rooted in something real, as in it's aligned with your deeper truth, or if it's just being maintained by noise and distractions. So, here's something that you might experiment with, not as another thing you have to do in order to grow your business, but if you choose to do this, choose it as a gift that you give to yourself and what it can open up for you, your work, and for your clients. Give yourself pure aura time. This is a profound gift of clearing your field and being in your own energy for a period of time. During these segments, there is no input, no scrolling, no tuning into or checking on other people. This is all about giving yourself the gift of solo time in your own presence. You might be weeding a garden, washing dishes, taking a walk in nature by yourself, or gazing up at the sky. You're simply noticing without the need to analyze or label anything. So you're not problem solving, you're not refining your messaging, or wondering how you're going to attract your next client. This practice differs from simply being alone. It's an intentional, conscious, and pure space that's designed to cleanse and be in your own energy field, which may otherwise become burdened by external input, overstimulation, or the cultural bias toward negativity. As you're in pure aura time, just notice what begins to arise when there's nothing overriding your own energy. You can start with 10 to 15 minutes a day and play with the timing. You may even want to give yourself an entire weekend of being purely in your own energy. Here's what can arise when you reconnect with this part of yourself in this way. You create an opening to see what actually matters to you right now, rather than what you've been telling yourself that you should do or what should matter. You may notice a natural desire to simplify and see where you can release things that once felt important but no longer do. Ideas feel clean and energizing instead of heavy or complicated. You might feel a release of pressure that you didn't even realize that you were carrying. When you are present in your own energy, you'll feel a deep sense of enoughness because you're not trying to become more or comparing yourself to anyone else. Instead, you are seeing what is already within you. And you may also notice a quieter, steadier kind of clarity, the kind that doesn't rush you, but also doesn't leave you in doubt. From this place, what you create, what you choose, and how you show up begins to come from your own truth instead of a reaction to everything around you. And if you want to deepen your connection to your own higher guidance, you can also download my free Soul Language Dictionary. It's designed to help you recognize how your soul communicates with you. So you can actually hear her when the noise falls away. Here's the link below. And I'll also leave it in the description box. I want to leave you with this. Often the most aligned business that you can create isn't built from what you're consuming. Yes, of course, that can be helpful. But here's an important distinction. Your most aligned business is built from what's already within you, once you can actually hear it. And for many conscious women, Pure Aura Time is the doorway back to that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.